Oh, shit.
I have a question for you. 15, 20 years ago, a guy that averages like 27 and 13, that makes big shots for your team, entering his prime would never just get traded for pretty much nothing. What does that say? Has the game changed so much that guys like that kind of player, and we're not the names, but guys that play like Trey with the balls, they have the balls, heliocentric offense, is the game just kind of past guys like that? Like we always talk about the OKC Pacers finals. It's just different now the way basketball is played. And the teams that win don't have guys that just hold the ball.
For as much as people complain about our game and the evolution of it, they should be very excited that it's trending back towards ball movement.
Yeah.
Yes, we have prolific scorers, but like the Thunder move the ball around. The Pacers move the ball around. The Spurs move the ball around. All the really good teams, the Rockets move the ball around. All these really good teams that are playing at a high level right now, that ball is popping. We know the Nuggets.
Right.
Nuggets are one of the top assist teams in the league. Like, so these teams move the ball.
Well, Austin, I mean, you tell me from your experience, it's harder to guard a team that's moving the ball and whipping it around than a guy that's just
I'm saying
isolating.
at one point we had a really there was an era of like just point guards having the ball in their hands all game where you saw these nutty numbers from point guards.
Yeah.
It was like Luka was putting up crazy numbers. Trey's putting up crazy numbers. Even a couple of years ago when Westbrook was still starting, was putting up crazy numbers. De'Aaron Fox was putting up crazy numbers. Jamal Murray's put up. Every point guard just had their ball in their hands the whole game, bro.
Well, could you compare?
Because remember, it's just like 3-and-D guy, point guard. It's like that's what like the height of 3-and-D was like, bro. 3-and-D the past like 6-7 years has been like the position to get paid.
Right.
Now it's like athletes, it's everything. I mean, you got to have game, but everyone's adding things to the game. You got to be able to now put the ball on the floor a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, there's only a few Duncan Robinsons. Now everyone has to be able to like, you have to be Wiggins. Wiggins can 3-and-D, but now Wiggins got some shit on OKC. Like, you got to be able to do something there.
Yeah.
So everyone's driving. People saw the Pacers, the Thunder, all these teams, copycat league. That it's not what you saw the Warriors dominate. They saw 3-point shooting and let's get defense. You know what I mean? And that's just what you do. So it's just like, but now the way the game is evolving, guys are putting the ball on the floor. The best teams in the league right now are centered around unity. Even if they have an MVP, bro, they have like, how many guys average over double digits or near or are capable for going a 20-point night there? 9 guys in the team could have 20 on that team. So we're actually entering, for people like old heads who like don't like our game, we're entering an era of the ball popping a little bit now. Instead of it working around the fucking 3-point line for 20 seconds, then you get a 2-pointer in the 90s. It's doing that. We're getting dunks and threes, which is why the score is 135 to 130 versus 78 to 76. Respectfully, I'd rather choose the way we play now. So,
could you compare the ball movement in the style of play from like the way it was when you were on the Clippers and when you were on the Rockets with James Harden? And which team do you think would have been easier to defend? The way those teams played their offense.
Which team? Between
your Clippers team with the Lob City and like the James Harden Rockets teams that you were
with
on.
Chris?
Yeah. So like
the James Harden Rockets team with Chris was a better team.
Yeah.
Than my Clippers team.
But ball movement wise, like how
ball
was it
movement,
different?
the Clippers was better.
Yeah.
You had the pick and roll with Blake, and there's so much gravity that caused him just rolling. People were petrified of Blake dunking on them. There was at one point where every game Blake would have a dunk, bro, where it looked like he'd break his hand or the rim. This is how hard he was. He was one of the most powerful. He is our modern day Sean Camp. Is Blake Griffin.
Yeah.
And people were scared of him in terms of jumping with him. And to be completely honest, when Blake was at his best, there was only a few guys in the league that really kind of like f***ed with him. Meaning like guys that could kind of guard him a little bit. Or like Zach Randolph. For whatever reason.
I know some legendary matchups with the Clippers and Grizzlies.
Zebo used to go at Blake.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Blake didn't do his thing, but that was a matchup that he was like, damn. I used to see that one. I was like, man, that guy's...
Yeah.
Him and Blake going at it. So you'd only see, a couple there. Because this is kind of before, AD really rose. Even though AD was good too. But Blake used to do his thing, man. He was at the top. So when he would roll, the weak side would have to be there early so he doesn't get ahead of steam. And because of that, you had JJ, Jamal, myself, Matt Barnes. We were all just open, bro. So, like, the ball was popping on that team. And with JJ running around, there's so much movement on our team. We had to have, when you have a JJ on your team, your offense has to be centered around him a lot because he can only score if you help him score. I couldn't pass to JJ and be like, JJ, go score. He can't score in the NBA like that. College he could, but not in the NBA. You had to go set a screen for that but if he got an inch of room, it was cash. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with him running around and screens being set and Blake diving and DJ rolling, like, bro, I was just out there lost. You could just get a shot. I love playing there. Ballman was great. Which team was better? The team with Chris and James was better. James was just better than everyone between both teams at that time. And with Chris playing still in his prime with him, we had both of them manipulating it. Right. The only team that was capable of beating us was that Warriors team. If Kevin Durant doesn't go to that Warriors team, we got a ring, bro. I have a ring.
You'd have a legendary finals matchup with LeBron and
I would have, and we beat them. We played them earlier that year and beat them. And it's tough for me to say this because I'm a role player. So it's like, I know, like, people are like, why is he saying it? Well, the team I played for was better than them. So that's why I'm saying it. And when we played them, we beat them.
Yeah.
And I thought we were better than them, period. I thought James at that time, bro, that offense with D'Antoni, the way we were scoring the ball, man, we f***ed up when we traded Chris. And we f***ed up when we traded prime Clint Capella for Covington. And that has nothing to do with, no disrespect to Covington and no disrespect to Russie. I love Russ. He just doesn't play. I don't think he played well with James. I don't think they meshed well. We were able to be dominant in some capacity because Russell and James are just that good of players. But I thought the combination and mixture with the shooting of Chris was better. Ego has always been the death of my ring hopes. It happened in Houston when I saw it at the top, and it damn sure happened in LA on all sides, every side, coaching, the players. I saw it.
And then in Denver, Jamal being injured was the other.
And then I played
because that was a good shot
brother,
for you to get
the
one.
year I left,
Yeah.
they won. People are like, man, they left. They won when you weren't there. They got better. I said, no, Jamal Murray got healthy. That has a little bit to do with like what happened.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about?
Of course.
Once he came back, they won the championship.